And I think Kobe was wired the same way. Obviously, he's a much better basketball player than I was, but we had a similar mentality around what it took to win. Of course, as a coach, you would hope that you get as much time as possible to create that championship culture, that high-performing mentality. Facts are facts. So 0.4 seconds, there is enough time to make a game-winning shot.
How is the Trenchwork experience so far?
Yeah, no, the experience here in Athens with Trenchwork has been great. Anytime you can, share your love and passion for the game of basketball, it's a blessing and a gift, and so I've enjoyed it so far.
These days the basketball info is totally shared and the coaches are outspoken. How important is this for the sport development?
Yeah, man, I think, no matter what level you coach on, it was so important that, your former coaches, your high school coaches that you had in college, there were so many people that helped you along the way, helped us along the way, that I think we feel an obligation and a responsibility to give back to the game of basketball. And so for young players all over the world, you just want to do everything you can to help them try to pursue their dreams in the game of basketball the same way we did.
You worked with some of the greatest players in the NBA history, Kobe, Shaq. What qualities truly separate the greats from the rest?
I feel like the greats are able to, really battle through a lot of discomfort and adversity. Like great players, they've been through so many hard things, and they continue to find a way to just keep showing up every single day. And, people in the media or on social media, they might say negative things. People may question them or tell them that they aren't good at certain things. But the great ones really find a way to just keep showing up every single day and doing the work. And it sounds simple and kind of boring, but the great ones are actually able to master the boring stuff, and that's why they're so great.
You were one of the few that Kobe recognized game. What was the secret and what was your relationship with Kobe?
I don't know if it was a secret as much as just I think we shared a similar mentality around winning and whatever it took in terms of, time, effort, energy, work ethic, discipline, everything that it took to win, I was willing to give. And I think Kobe was wired the same way. Obviously, he's a much better basketball player than I was, but we had a similar mentality around what it took to win, and I think that's why we fit together so well. And I'm very grateful, eternally grateful, that I had the opportunity to be close to and be teammates with somebody so special.
Is there a special story about Kobe that you can share?
I think the most important thing that I can share is that Kobe approached fatherhood the same way he approached being a great basketball player. Like, he loved his girls, he loved his family. The days that they would go to Disneyland and hang out as a family were just as important to him as winning 5 championships. And so I think that's important for people to understand about who he was and who he'll always be.
Okay. Many NBA players choose to play overseas. Is it something that they should try earlier?
It's a good question. I do think we'll see that happening more often in the future. Obviously, the NBA is, many have considered the top basketball in the world, the best players in the world. And so as basketball continues to grow and there's opportunities around the world to still play against world-class competition, world-class investment from owners and sponsors, and, playing in buildings like this one, I think you're going to see more players at younger ages make the decision to come play in Europe or play in other places around the world.
Okay, you probably know Kendrick Nunn. He's one of the top Euroleague players. Was it a surprise for you that he chose to continue his career in Europe?
I actually didn't know that he was continuing his career in Europe, so it's news to me. So I guess I'm surprised, but not surprised at the fact that if you love basketball, man, you're going to show up wherever they ask you to show up, to be honest. And if there's an opportunity for you to be compensated in a way where you can still provide for yourself and your family and enjoy a good life, and you feel that it's somewhere that you can pour your heart into, why not? I mean, if I was younger, which I'm not, and if I had a family, it might be a little harder, right, depending on the ages of your kids and things. But if you're a younger guy and you still haven't settled into where your kids are in school and you can make that type of decision, I think you're going to see more and more guys start to do it.
It's a topic that we discussed it before we opened the camera. It's about the patience that the teams have with coaches. Yeah. Is it me, or during the years that passing, the teams have less and less patience and they switch coaches very easily? Yeah,
I think teams have less patience. I think players have less patience. I think fans have less patience. It's the world that we live in right now. Like, everything is attainable and tangible. Social media and digital media is driving so much conversation, and it drives so much energy, which is great for basketball, but it also can be a negative thing because it can create that feeling that a new thing has to happen right now. We need to change coaches. We need to change players. So it's part of the world that we live in. Of course, as a coach, you would hope that you get as much time as possible to create that championship culture, that high-performing mentality. But coaching in professional sports is one of the rarest jobs in the world. So even if you only get to do it for 18 months, it's a blessing either way, and you have to still be thankful for it.
But you also tried the WNBA. Not many coaches would do that. How was how did you take your decision, and how was the experience?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of the WNBA for years, from day one, since it started in 1997. So being a fan of the game, I've always respected women's basketball, the way the game is played. It's still about team success, teamwork, and winning. And so I enjoyed my time in the WNBA. As we've seen, the league has grown tremendously over the last few years, and I think anybody that has an opportunity to work in the WNBA, it is also a blessing and a gift. Those are some of the most special, women in the world. And so I enjoyed it, and we'll see what the future holds, if there's future opportunity for me there as well.
And last question, we're going to talk about that iconic shot versus the Spurs. Many people say that, Phil Handy bomb. Yeah. Many people say that.
My driver's leaving. I got to follow the keys.
Last question. Many people say that with 0.4 you cannot shoot the ball. What's your opinion about that? Drive us through that shot.
Well, sometimes you don't try to respond to people when they're just saying a bunch of nonsense. Like, facts are facts. So 0.4 seconds, there is enough time to make a game-winning shot. If you can go on YouTube, I'm sure you can go on social media and look it up. It happened one time. If you want to go check it out, it can happen. I know from life experience. They made a rule after that. 0.3 seconds is not time enough, but 0.4 seconds, I would say there's enough time.
Thank you so much.